I always think about in an interview, Erin and I love doing sit down interviews for a lot of different reasons. Get to, learn more about you guys, just have that like one-on-one, because sometimes in games and post game, it's just a different vibe when you actually get a sit down interview. But I always want to ask this question. Is there a question that you wish somebody would have asked you and they never did?
Go Charissa.
God damn it.
And it could be about anything. It's like, because sometimes when those interviews are over and you're like, this is to get in our brains, we're like, oh God, did we ask the right questions? Did we do enough? Did we ask too many? Like, did we, whatever? And then I always think like, maybe there was a question they wanted me to ask and I didn't.
I love that.
I feel like I've never had that come across my mind, but I've always been appreciative of when I get asked about my family.
Yeah.
I think that shining light on my mom, my dad, Jason, our supporting cast around Cleveland Heights. I feel like I've always been like, those are the questions I want to answer more than anything else about football, because that's what's at the core of it all. So,
yeah, I think similar to what Travis is saying, a lot of the times you're answering questions about yourself, and it feels a little bit weird when you're kind of doing that. I guess like we had a great interview like that, Erin, when we did the whole line in Philadelphia.
That is one of my favorite interviews. It was one of my favorite good
because it was with the guys. It was like it was a group. So
I fell in love with all of you that day. That was so special.
I think, maybe the best answer is kind of what Travis was saying. Either the family or like about a teammate or something like that. Those are always the ones that I really enjoy the most as like an interviewer or interviewee.
I'm going to bring some humor to it. When I started in this industry, I had a lot of athletes tell me about people that interviewed them that had really bad breath. And that always stayed in my mind. I am a psycho when it comes to breath and interviews. So much so that in my pants, any of my pants that I am wearing during a game, there are 2 Listerine like containers and even the spray. And if I don't have them, I am like begging the trainers for something. I am begging the guys, the camera guys, anything in my nose, teeth. And then I have a story. I interviewed Ryan Howard one time. And I took in the Listerine thing, they were stuck together. So I think there was like 4 of them and I took it and my breath was so fresh. It hit him in the eyes. And I said to him, oh my God, are you crying? And he goes, no, but your breath is so fresh. Like it just caught me in the eyes.
I think we've all had that experience of bad breath, and it's difficult to carry on a conversation. There's definitely some guys I could throw under the bus. I won't do it. But yeah,
I think of opposing players when you guys are talking so close. That's my one thing. I'm like, oh God, their breath must be tough. But yeah, you don't think about it during the game, huh? Yeah.
Have you noticed it ever on the field? I've more noticed my own teammates. You're sitting next to somebody in meetings, and then all of a sudden it's like, God damn it, he's having a day today. Like
nothing worse than somebody ripping ass in the huddle, though.
It happens like 3 or 4 times. Like, all right, listen, man, you got to get this under control. This is ridiculous. It's sitting right next to you.
This is the difference though. Sometimes, not all, because Erin and I are very honest with each other, but the difference between men and women is 2 guys walk into a party with the same shirt on, and they come up to each other and like, you look fucking great, man. Look at that shirt. What a great shirt. You look awesome.
Yeah.
2 women walk into a party with the same dress and they're on opposite ends going, that bitch looks terrible in this dress. God damn it. It looks so bad. And it's
She's
so
making
true.
this dress look so bad.
It's so different. It's like men would be like, bro, your breath is awful. So here's a mint. And women would just like skirt around it and be like, anyone want a mint? No, you're talking to Sarah over here. Sarah needs the whole outfit box.
Yeah, Clarissa, you guys are the fucking best. My face hurts so bad
it's
from
been long
laughing.
overdue. Thank you for coming on. This was so much fun. I can't tell you. We laughed more here than we've laughed in a long time.
Exactly.
You guys are the best, seriously, and congrats on the success. Like, I mean, we, us, Erin and I, having come from this world from a long time ago, sitting with you guys in that random warehouse in Cleveland, like we're your biggest fans. So
yes,
love you guys. You're the best.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
There are moments in sports media when the conversation unexpectedly shifts, when laughter turns quiet, jokes give way to reflection, and even the toughest personalities reveal something deeply human. This was one of those moments. What started as another lively episode of New Heights quickly transformed into an emotional, revealing conversation that caught fans completely off guard. From the very beginning of the episode, the tone felt different. There was an ease in the conversation, a sense of familiarity that suggested something more personal was about to unfold. Jason Kelce has never tried to hide his emotions, but this moment struck deeper than fans expected. As Erin Andrews began sharing her experiences around Taylor Swift, the conversation drifted away from celebrity gossip and toward something more meaningful: empathy. Erin spoke calmly, thoughtfully, explaining how misunderstood Taylor often is, especially by those who only see headlines and viral clips. Charissa Thompson added to that picture, reinforcing how isolating that level of fame can be. She talked about moments behind the scenes, moments the cameras never capture, where Taylor appeared grounded, kind, and deeply aware of the impact her presence has on others. These weren't rehearsed compliments or PR talking points. As the stories unfolded, Jason grew noticeably quieter. For a man used to commanding attention, his silence said everything. He wasn't disengaged, he was listening, processing, absorbing the weight of what was being said. When Erin spoke about how fame strips away normal human experiences, the ability to be anonymous, to make mistakes privately, to live without constant judgment, Jason's expression changed. It wasn't just about Taylor anymore. Jason finally spoke, his voice softer than usual. He admitted that hearing these stories made him think differently about the way fans, media, and even athletes sometimes talk about celebrities. He acknowledged that it's easy to forget there's a real person behind the image, someone with emotions, fears, and vulnerabilities. His words weren't dramatic, but they were sincere. The conversation naturally turned toward Travis Kelce and the whirlwind surrounding his connection to Taylor Swift. Erin and Charissa were careful, respectful, and intentional in how they framed it. They didn't speculate or sensationalize. Instead, they talked about balance, about how difficult it must be to build something real while the world watches, comments, and judges in real time. Jason admitted that as a brother, he feels protective, not just of Travis, but of anyone pulled into that level of attention. He reflected on how his own career, while incredibly public, never reached the level of global exposure Taylor experiences daily. That realization, he said, put things into perspective. Charissa then shared a moment that visibly moved Jason. She recalled seeing Taylor interact with people off camera, staff members, security, production crews, treating them with genuine warmth and respect. No performance, no expectation of praise, just kindness. Jason nodded, visibly emotional now. He spoke about how character is revealed not in front of millions, but in quiet interactions, how someone treats people who have nothing to offer them in return. The episode slowed down at this point. There were fewer jokes, fewer interruptions. Even Travis seemed more reflective. Erin addressed the criticism Taylor often faces, the narratives that paint her as calculating, dramatic, or overly controlling of her image. Erin pushed back firmly, saying that what many call control is often survival. That statement lingered. Jason leaned back, exhaled, and admitted that the conversation had changed how he thought about fame altogether. For fans watching, this was the moment that hit hardest. Jason Kelce, Super Bowl champion, fan favorite, locker room leader, wasn't posturing or performing. He was being real, emotional, honest. As the conversation began to wind down, Erin and Charissa reflected on why they chose to share these stories now. They explained that silence can sometimes contribute to misunderstanding, and that occasionally it's important to speak up, not to defend, but to humanize. They weren't asking the audience to idolize Taylor Swift. Jason closed the discussion with a final thought that felt almost like a message to the audience. He said that admiration doesn't have to mean blind support, and criticism doesn't have to mean cruelty. There's space for nuance. There's space for empathy. When the episode ended, fans flooded social media with reactions. Many said they had never seen Jason Kelce like that before. Others praised Erin and Charissa for their honesty. This wasn't just another podcast clip. It was a rare moment of vulnerability in an industry built on noise. A reminder that behind every headline is a human story, and sometimes